try bringing down this beautiful music. Also bringing that down a little bit. Trying to start off with some feedback here. Let's bring it all down. Whoa! Listen to you guys, all ready to go already. I'm gonna bring. Yeah, I got you. I got you. You're in good hands here. Here we go. I'm bringing it all the way down. Welcome to P6 Studios. I'm Rob. I am your show host, as usual, for each and every Thursday night here in the P6 Live Media Studio, where we bring you a great band every night. And behind me, you can see, is our resident house cat, who is also doubling as bartender tonight. So she's our bar cat. Welcome, Kat. Thank you for coming in the studio. And up here, you can see the chat right behind me. If you guys are in, I see J-Bob's in there already. Welcome, J-Bob. Really appreciate you coming in. J-Bob is a regular from Wisconsin. We have My Name Is What in the M6G area code. If you guys are in the chat right now, I see there's a bunch of you in there. So make sure you let us know where you're from. But tonight, we have a special, onto the main event here. Tonight, we have a special guest. This band is heavy. They're tight. They rock. They sound amazing, and I'm so happy to have them in. I'm so happy they agreed to come in. And you saw maybe the titling on this show tonight being like St. Paddy's Day Part 2, because they are an Irish-Canadian band. Unlike last week with the Young Scones, who sold me a bad bill of goods, but then end up coming in and making good. So I love those guys as well. But welcome, Big Mac T.O. Yes, Big Mac T.O. First-time chatter. Welcome to the show. But without further ado, I bring you the Rumble Sons. How you guys doing? What's up? Let's say hello.
Thanks very much for having us.
Yeah, no problem.
Excited to get in here and rock the fuck out.
Yeah, that's right. So you guys have been going all afternoon, doing your sound tests and stuff, and I'm so excited to bring you guys to the world.
To be doing a gig where you can hear yourself.
Yeah,
awesome.
For real. Yeah. And we'll do all the introductions and all the discussions after. What do you say we go into a tune? What do you think?
I think we can manage that.
You think you can manage that?
We'll try.
All right. If you guys are in the chat, make sure you grab a drink, hang out, tell your friends. It's going to be a great night. Take it away.
But I know that something can be said, learn from our fall. So my road's gone, there's a look back, rise above it all. Stand the test of time. Stand the test of time. Though my road's gone, there's a look back. Rise above it all. Stand the test of time. Stand the test of time. Sleeping on the sides, they're not dreams at all. Creeping from my mind's eye, glimpse beyond the wall. All my roads are gone, there's a look back. Rise above it all, stand the test of time. Stand the test of time. All my roads are gone,
Holy fuck. Wow.
That bad, really?
Oh. Yeah, clearly the chat is hating it. Totally hating it. That was, wow. Blowing my ears off in here. And I hope you guys appreciate how tight these guys are and loud, because we don't often get that in here. We've been very lucky to get that a couple in the last couple weeks. We've got a couple bands rolling through here that aren't afraid of distortion, aren't afraid of headbanging while drumming over here. Ailish, come on there.
Got our own local Taylor Hawkins in
proper
there.
rocking out. And of course the chat's loving it. We got Callaloopy saying rock on. Ailish Burns. Who is that?
That's my biggest sister. She's in Melbourne, Australia.
Ah, Big Burns.
Burning the drumsticks it is.
Burning the drumsticks. Nice. Well, welcome. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in. We've got a bunch of viewers in the chat, or actually viewing. And I just want to take this opportunity to say that if you are your first time to Twitch, we do this each and every Thursday. And tonight we have the Rumble Sons, of course. If you don't have a Twitch account, it's free. Just sign up, and then you can get in the chat and start roasting these people because they clearly need it. They need some motivation.
Give some shit.
Some gentle negativity is always good.
Be gentle, please.
But always be gentle. Slow and steady wins the race. And the other part of this is we're hanging out. We got our house cat here, Cat, our resident cat tender, who is doing all the bar work tonight for us, and we really appreciate that. If you have a drink, we're gonna do hydration checks all through the night. Make sure you grab a drink, hang out at home, chill out with us because we're gonna keep on rocking. So guys, that was incredible. What do you guys got coming up next? What do you think?
Well, the next one is Pulling Teeth. It's actually on our Spotify as well.
Spotify.
Yeah,
and of course I'm gonna link all your credentials and
all
things.
that jazz.
All the beautiful jazz, your link tree, which will point to
We
everything.
wrote this like during COVID, hence the name Pulling Teeth.
Yeah, well,
COVID
it makes sense.
Was severe journey.
Speaking of pulling teeth, we have stories about you. We'll get to that later,
yeah,
though.
we do.
Yeah,
I'm happy to indulge.
Yeah, it's okay. This is
Been a busy couple of days.
P6 exclusive, right? This is almost like TMZ, except for rock bands in Toronto. Okay, anyway, let's take it away. I'm going to stop talking because no one wants to hear me. Everyone wants to hear you.
I do,
guys.
Rob.
Oh, you're so sweet. So sweet. I get so much love in here. Okay, let's go.
I've been sitting here waiting for the weekend. Something's telling me that this one will be different. Rush is coming now, the gates are all about to burn. Now my time has come, 'cause I know I'm good enough for you. I won't be judged until I'm through. I'm done just looking out for you. Now my time has come. I feel it, I don't need it. Something happening here I don't really understand. This time's faded, you're dated. Pulling teeth was the first thing that comes to mind. 'Cause I know I'm good enough for you. I won't be judged until I'm true. I'm done just looking out for you. Now my time has come. Heard it before, your shadow's growing. Your sentence is more than nothing. The doors that we close, they slowly open. The keys that we hold, are slipping. Voices tapping in my spirit's helping to live it. Pointing rather in persuasion has been defeated. Waves are rolling now, dies are all about the love. Now my time has come, 'cause I know I'm good enough for you. I won't be judged until I'm true. Done just looking out for you. taking, mine's making, pushing forward, trying to keep it all between the lines. That's shaded, you're jaded. Stems are digging in my veins and turning into vines. I know I'm good enough for you. I won't be judged until I'm true. I'm done just looking out for you. Now my time has come. Now my time has come.
Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Wow. And we're getting a lot of accolades in the chat here. I think you started a sister fight, Alice. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. Fight, 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 fight. Okay, you guys got to battle out emoji style. And go. Yeah, right?
Killing him. Why, thank you.
Yeah, well, welcome,
Big Mac, you're my new
No,
fave.
Calalupi's there. Chill. Can you help me pronounce this, Alish? Kiliketa?
Yeah,
Okay, so the CHs and the CCs.
yeah.
You know, I come from an Italian background, so I read that way differently. And then add in the dumb North American thing, and I don't even know where to go anymore. You guys are watching the Rumblesons live here at the P6 Studio Sessions 11. And welcome to the show. And I just want to take this opportunity to introduce who we got here. We've got Ben on lead vocals.
How are you?
And is that rhythm guitar? Sometimes you do little lead stuff, right? Yeah.
Mainly rhythm.
Ish,
I dabble from time to time, but
Yeah.
I like to stick to the rhythm.
Ah, he's a rhythm boy. Welcome, MIDI. Is that MIDI? Sure. I can't even see. Like
Midlife crisis.
Is that what that looks like? Okay, I'm looking through a microphone right now, so it's hard to see.
I'm pretty sure that's my cousin.
Well, welcome, cousin. We welcome all the family members here tonight. It's a big family reunion. We also got Zach on the lead guitar and a little bit of backup vocals as well, I think, right? No? You're staying away tonight?
I do.
Yeah? Too big a potty mouth? Is that what we're dealing with?
No, I can't sing a key.
Oh, okay.
Interesting fact, his second name is Lennon.
Oh, wow.
We're not going to tell you whether he's related or not.
Oh, man. So your namesake is forsaking you right now. And we have Cass. It's
Hello.
Cass or Kaz?
Cass.
Cass with a ish Z or an S?
Yes.
S. Cass on the bass, giving us that sweet undertone. And he's also doing
Fantastic
backup
mix.
vocals tonight. And you guys sound really good together. And of course we have Alish on the tubs, slapping the tubs all night and
Alish.
starting family fights. And that's what we'd like to do here. We like to break up families. So send your lawyers our way. Send them the bills, all the family therapy
Alish.
bills. Just put them to P6. Look, I'm saying your name right? Correct?
You were close enough.
Okay, you pronounce it for me.
Eilish.
Eilish.
What did you say?
Alish.
Yeah, that's okay. It's better than the dreaded Eilish.
Yes.
You're
See,
close.
I'm trying to avoid that. See, like I'm circling around the famous pronunciation of it, and I'm like saying, "Well, that sounds a little too close." So I'm like going way off in left field. So
Billy's
please
fucked that
don't
name
mind
off
me,
you altogether.
right? Like, so you've stated to me that your goal earlier tonight was to be so famous that you changed the pronunciation of that name.
Yeah, to be so famous that me and Billy have a little conversation.
Oh wow! And by conversation you mean swedging in the street, right?
Starting the feud early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taking her to task. We'll be sure to send this to her. Don't worry. And I'm sure you'll get a knock at your door by someone. Maybe her bodyguard. We'll figure it out.
Or her label. Either on, we'd be happy.
Well, here at P6, we like to contribute to violence, so we're doing our part. So now that the introductions are out of the way, welcome to everyone who's in the chat. And this is something I mentioned earlier. If you don't have a Twitch account, you want to get in the chat, hang out with us. Twitch accounts are free, so just sign up and get in the chat and shoot your mouth off, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to facilitate a lot of roasting, and we're here in your living room tonight, so just act like we are. And grab a drink, hang out. Let's go to another tune. What do you think?
We're actually going to do a cover.
A cover.
Would you believe? Yeah.
All right.
Little
Are you
Beatles cover.
are you I don't know if I want to say this or not, but will you be taking requests later on, maybe? Ish.
No.
Probably not. Probably not.
So that's a yes, everyone. So make sure you queue up a big long list, post it in the chat. We'll make sure to get each and every one of them, and we'll be done sometime next week. All right, so take it away, guys.
All right, you ready to go? Count us in.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, shoot. 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 He come on flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he won holy roly. He got hair down to his knees. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Shoot. 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 He wear no shoe shine, got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now over me. Shoot. 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 He bad production, he got walrus gumbo, he got on the sideboard, he won spinal cracker, he got feet down below his knees. Hold you in his armchair, you can feel his disease. Come together right now over me. Shoot. He rode a coaster, he got early morning, he got muddy water, he won mojo filter, he said, one is three. Got to be good looking cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. Shoot. Shoot.
Ooh. Yes, getting the place warmed up. That's fucking awesome. And my camera is like, you guys are like vibrating everything so much. Like my remote camera over here is like whining.
Hopping all over the place.
Yeah, it's doing all kinds of weird things.
Oh.
We have
Shout
to
out to Cass Vocal there.
There you go. Yeah, Cass is getting a lot of love for his leads on that one. Damn, Cass, that voice coming from My Name Is What, and Big Mac T.O. saying fire, and I don't even know how to say this
Don't
anymore.
worry, that's my sister. You don't have to
Okay.
say it.
Well, wow, throwing all kinds of shade here.
Dissing the sibling.
Again, like with the family fights, I've got like a backlog of legal disputes going on because of this studio. So can you guys like
Hope you have a
just
good
chill it a
attorney.
little bit? Yeah, I am the attorney. So
Dribbling.
that was a fantastic choice for first cover. Why'd you guys choose that one?
Do you want the real answer or like a nice answer?
The real answer. We're all about authenticity here.
We had to have 2 extra songs going into a gig, so we needed to learn a quick cover, and Cass suggested that.
Yeah?
But we actually... Yeah, we learned it last week, so... But we actually really love playing it now. We're actually so happy we picked that one.
Yeah, it's fucking great choice.
It's an absolute tune. And Cass does a savage job on the cover.
Absolutely. Like, those vocal cords are prime. You guys got those insured, right?
No.
No? Okay.
Be like Michael Flatley's legs. We'll have to
Just
get
add
them.
another lawsuit onto the pile. And so 3 of you are from Ireland,
Yes.
and Cass is from here. Right on. And how did you guys all meet?
Well, me and Zach met like a handful of times in Ireland, and he actually originally heard me singing once and wanted me to join his band in Dublin. And well, there's that too, but it's for another time. And but it never happened. And then you moved away. I had no idea where he moved. It was just he moved. I was like, oh shit, that is not happening. And then I moved over here with a couple of buddies, and he happened to be here, and we met up, and we were like, oh fuck, we'll start playing music, and tried putting a band together, and we had like a couple of versions, and then we met Mr. Cass.
Yeah, I was looking for bands on Kijiji, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I found them.
Not just for used tires, man.
right.
Not just for you.
Good bassists.
Cass was actually, you found a couple of bassists beforehand, but Cass was the first bassist I found. So I like to think.
Oh,
I
you
started
take
off
all
on
the credit, eh? Man, you guys are gonna break up before you achieve stardom. That's what I'm feeling here. All kinds of like, all tension, but you let it out. for
It's
the
just
instruments.
sexual tension. It's fine.
Oh, that's all right. Now we know the real story of how you broke your tooth.
And yeah, right.
Okay.
Well, and Ailish, we met Ailish in October.
See, you say Ailish. That's what I said. Ailish.
No.
Ailish. Is that better? Am I saying it right? Ailish.
Yeah, that's fine, Rob.
All right. I'll try.
That's fine, darling.
I'm trying all that. Oh.
Don't hurt yourself,
Oh,
nice.
I know. I know. I got a weird kink in my neck right now. So you met Ailish through Kijiji as well?
No.
She was selling used tires, but then you got a drummer in it,
Yeah.
right?
We seen drumsticks in the back of the car. Like. No, we met on. I put a post up in Irish and New in Toronto. It's like a Facebook page,
Oh, nice.
and I think we were like the first to respond. I think.
I don't know.
I think so.
The first
think
and
so,
the
yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Nice.
By far, yeah. We tried out like 20 something drummers. 20 plus drummers.
Wow. You
Yeah.
beat them all, eh?
Not even like it's just it's one of those things like it's trying to find that drummer that you just click with, you know,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
absolutely.
And Ailey, we were wanting someone who come in and beat the living shit out of the drums as well, and none
As-
of them did that.
As I can tell, because like I've had to turn down all the outputs on my drum mixer as soon as she rolled
It's
in.
like my therapy. Sorry, I can't help it.
Love it. I love it. The louder, the better over here, and that's the whole point of the studios, because we can go loud, we can go late. It's awesome, and I appreciate you guys coming in. So what's up next on the agenda here?
Next, we're back to an original. It's called Cosmic Spiral.
Cosmic Spiral. I heard this in the sound check earlier.
Yes, you did.
Fantastic tune. And the thing I love about this tune is just there's such a lushness to it. So I'm looking forward to it,
Appreciate that.
and you guys should too. And midlife recess says can't go wrong with a bit of Beatles. There you go.
Oh, Jesus. He's dead,
There
right?
you
You probably
go.
never listened to them.
Okay, now we're really gonna start the chat going. Now it's a real fight. All right. Okay, take it away.
Picking myself from off the floor. about it. Talk about it. Leading down to make you vital. Losing touch with all the things that I know. Makes you fast, it will make your eyes roll. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Walked a million miles to let it go. I'm falling in and out of every road. Just trying to hide myself from all the pain. I never wanna do this shit again. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Leading out to make you final. Losing touch with all the things that I know. Spent some time will make your eyes roll. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Leading out to make you final. Losing touch with all the things that I know. Spent so fast it would make your eyes roll. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral. Know for sure on a cosmic spiral.
Like pros, like right out of the end of the tune into tuning.
You learn that pretty fast. You
Yeah,
need to,
a little
you need
fast.
to take your chances when you get them to tune.
It's like we have 7 minutes and 43 seconds of stage time.
Oh my god.
Tune,
The
tune
worst,
as you're getting out of that last chord.
worst thing being about the person who has to speak into the mic as well. When I'm speaking, they get to tune. And I'm like, I have such little window to try and tune.
You got a vamp. You're the vamper. Well, that's the downside of being the lead singer in a great band. Poor baby, poor baby.
That's okay. I'll take all the sympathy.
We're feeling we're
Pour it
feeling
in.
the vibe. We're feeling the vibe. Thoughts and prayers.
Name of the Father and the Son. And
Speaking of stage time, you guys got gigs coming up, right?
yes, we do. We have a couple. We have to try and think about, but we've got a big one coming up in the Cameron House on the 14th.
Cameron House, legendary venue in Toronto. And are you guys in the back room or front room?
I don't know actually. I'm not. Probably in the back room. Yeah. We're playing
Back
with
room
some-
is way better, and you guys got a giant stage, and everyone knows where the Cameron House is. It's at Queen and Spadina down here in Toronto. So when's that happening again?
14th of April.
14th of
Yeah, we're
April.
playing with some awesome bands as well.
Nice.
The Pacifiers is one, but I won't get into the rest. We'll save that for when the promos come out.
Nice. Yeah. When are the promos coming out?
I don't know. I'm not dictating that, so I'll have to stay tuned.
So I'm gonna post your link tree in the chat. Linktree. Is it linktree.com? What is it? Linktree.
Is it?
I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll get it done.
Baelish, you set it up. Is it linktree.com?
Linktree.com/Rumble.
I just usually Google Linktree Rumble Sons and then I can't think what it is.
There you go. That should do it right there. And yeah, so that's April 14th, is it?
April 14th. Yeah.
April 14th, Cameron House, again, legendary venue in Toronto. Make sure if you're in town, you gotta check these guys out.
Super excited.
If I'm around that night, I'll definitely come out for that. That's gonna be be awesome. So you have
The more the merrier.
greatest fan right there. And speaking of stage time, the first time I saw you guys was at Supermarket.
Yes. Our infamous gig, yeah.
Yeah, at I think it was a Halloween show.
It was, yeah, because like there's actually it's so funny because we decided to dress up, and Zach dressed up. You had what was your costume? What was like the official?
I don't know. I was wearing a Canadian tuxedo and a blonde wig, like Joe Dirt or something.
Yeah.
So you ended up looking like Dolly Parton
My
at the end of the day.
Something like that. Yeah.
my favorite story from that night though was because Zach had like a piece of chewing gum in his mouth.
So I was wearing the wig and I was playing the guitar and I was chewing gum. And as I was chewing gum, the hair came from the wig into the gum. And the more I chewed, the more it was sucking the wig into my mouth. And then I was trying to concentrate on playing the guitar. So
You were just like locked into this like.
it
Oh,
was
now I got to go frame by frame by the old video because we have that in the archives of the P6 channel. So I'm definitely gonna go back and look at that.
It was like a baptism of fire that gig because like we so many things because you got a new bass and it decided to like just break.
The first song was playing out of tune. That was our.
Yeah, I think remember though your pickup was loose. I think that knocked your strings out. Do you remember that happened? It was like loose afterwards. But yeah, it was an interesting one.
Well, for what it's worth, you guys sounded great. And then I saw you again at Clinton's doing a couple tunes. I think you did Lightning and you did Remedy.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was we weren't expecting to be waiting so long. We were like half asleep by the time we got on stage, and they were giving out like free shots and stuff.
Yeah.
And me and Cass were pretty buzzed by the time we got up on stage.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's the way you gotta be. You know, yeah, it's what
We
sex,
survived.
drugs, rock and roll, and really cheap shots.
Yes.
So setting aside the busted livers, let's get on to the next tune. What do you think?
This one is Lightning.
Oh yeah, so this one's my favorite.
Ooh. This one actually, it's our latest release as well on Spotify.
I love it so much.
So go check it out.
I love it. So you guys are
Interesting as well. We've actually done a couple of we went and did a live recording shooting of a couple of songs, and Lightning is one of them. So we're going to be releasing that as well on YouTube in the near future.
Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. Okay, take it away. I'm going to shut up because I want to hear all of this.
Ready?
Yeah.
What is it you're trying to say? Baby, when I'm down and out, you're filling me up with doubt, trying not to fade away, just looking for a reason to stay. But when I'm down on my knees, begging please just set me free. Feel the lightning in my soul, yeah, yeah. Even life is taking its toll. Feel the blood rushing through my veins, yeah, yeah. Every breath I take makes me see my name. Looking in my eyes, you keep doing what you're told to do. Don't count on promises made. Say your life slide away. Words will never leave your mouth. Don't hold them back, just let them out. The answer's always buried deep. truth is what we need to speak. When I'm down on my knees, I'm begging, please just set me free. Feel the light in my soul, yeah, yeah. Even the life is taking its toll. Feel the blood surging through my veins, yeah, yeah. Every breath I take makes me see my name. Feel the light in my soul, yeah, yeah. Even life is taking its toll. Feel the blood buzzing through my veins, yeah, yeah. Every breath I take makes me see my name.
Okay, I gotta give this place a new paint job. It's fuck. Wow. And that
You
was
need new underpants after that.
underpants for sure. Well, that goes without saying. That's every show. This is clearly a fan favorite. Clearly a fan favorite. Everyone's loving this song. Yeah, Kilaketa. It says my favorite. I don't even want to say it. Kala. What is all these C and L's? All these things like Kiloram, Sweet Tune. The song gave me fanny flutters. Wow, are we going to OnlyFans territory over here? Is that what we're doing? Big Mac T.O.
Yes, we will for the
also
kind of
loving
money
it.
you can get now. No problem. Sign us up.
All right, so we're doing nude P6 live sessions. I can't even speak anymore. I love that one. I was so focused on listening to the tune. I was just like trying to figure out the switching board here as I'm doing it because I love that one so much. And you guys can actually watch if you go to the link tree. Link above, you can actually watch the unofficial video for that tune
Yes.
in the YouTube, in your YouTube channel, and we also used it in the promos
That-
leading up to this week. Love
That was
this
actually
one.
fun making that video. That was like, I think we did that in 2 takes. You had an idea about getting this camera thing.
We had it was done in a budget of $34. Thank you, Amazon.
Amazing, yeah.
And that was the second take that we did, and
The battery ran out, wasn't it?
The battery ran out, and then I took it home and edited it.
It was
and
perfect though. Like
it ended up being we loved it. So
yeah, like
yeah.
all like the rotations, all at the right spots were happening. It's like it's
It
one of
was
those lightning in the bottle
happiest
moments.
accident.
Yeah,
Lightning in a bottle is right.
Yeah.
that's exactly it. Well, speaking of that tune, how'd you guys come up with it?
This is one of your one. You had the chorus. You had this chorus drum or something one time.
Yeah, I had them chords for ages, and I was toying around with them.
And you showed me like the chorus or something, and you played it, and then like the first thing I sang was like, "I feel the lightning in my soul."
Nice.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we kind of went from there. You kind of like figured it out then a lot after that.
Structure wise, and
Yeah.
then yeah.
So
That whole song is just a happy accident. It was fucking.
So
That's
you
the best.
guys,
Magic, yeah.
you guys collab on all the tunes that you
Oh, yeah.
that you make.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And so, walk me through like a typical like writing session of you guys, because like this is kind of like pulling the curtain back a little bit
Yeah.
on new bands trying to figure out their craft and trying to figure out brand new tunes and stuff. So what does that typically look like? You told me that you guys have a dedicated studio, and I think you can see it in that video.
Yeah.
And so you sit down and you come to the table with tunes or riffs already written, and then go from there.
The one thing I would say is that don't get disappointed if it doesn't happen right away, because me and Ben have been writing songs for how long now?
3 years,
Yeah.
working at them songs. Like, for me, I think like how it starts for me really. It's never like an idea or anything. It's like you play on the guitar, and it's kind of one of those things. I like to play and fuck around and noodle, and then kind of open yourself up to the universe, if you will, or whatever the fuck that is out there. And then sometimes it just kind of falls into your guitar, like.
Nice.
And then you might come up with like a riff or a chord progression or a little picking pattern, and then it's like something might pop into your head, like a melody might pop into your head or something. And then when you have those two parts, you can kind of hold them. Sometimes the whole thing comes a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can be a journey, like.
There's times where we'll bring a chord progression into the room.
Yeah.
And then, like, 10 minutes later, we'll have something that resembles a song.
Yeah.
And that one came together fairly quickly. What do you think?
No, that was when I sat on, and then I brought it to you, and then the chorus, you sang that like that from the very first go.
Wow.
And it hasn't changed since. So
we have a lot of them. Look, like it's one of those moments where we'll sing or we'll play something, and then it's just from right off the bat you have that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like that. You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But because like when we started off writing, like me and Zach started trying to write. We didn't know how to do it. Like, so we were figuring out song. Oh my god! Like song structure, like Remedy. I came up with the original riff for Remedy when I was 18.
And Remedy's a fantastic tune as well.
That took so long and even when we actually finished it, that's not the version you hear now. Is not the first version that we had.
The thing I love about those tunes is that they do show a bunch of maturity in your songwriting. You have like pre-choruses, and you have bridges, and like harmonies, and like all the right spots and stuff. And like that kind of thing doesn't always come to bands easy. That stuff is just stuff you learn after a while. And just to know that you guys have only really kind of been together for a few months now, really, it really impresses me. And then when I went to your YouTube and I actually listened to the tune rather than the open mic versions that I recorded.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Yeah, these guys are awesome.
That means a lot. The harmonies, actually, Cass has been great with the harmonies.
Cass is a flipping genius.
He is a genius when it comes to
the
harmonies.
glue.
Oh man, he is like. And that's the other thing, like, because me and Zach had the songs, but like they don't really come to life till we bring it to these two and we play it as a band.
Yeah.
And then then that's when you start seeing the magic kind of happens, and we figure out all the parts. So really, it's like me and Zach might have like the initial idea, but Cass is starting to bring them in now as well. Perfect. I'm really excited to get some of his stuff going, because
that's what I
really
call.
Awesome.
I call that the fifth instrument, and I call it bandwork. It's like it's something that it's like an instrument in and of itself. It's like you got a 4-piece band, and then there's like this fifth thing that doesn't exist until you're all together.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that makes magic in a band. And you guys definitely have it. Want to give a big shout out to Reggie, who's watching from Melbourne and thinks you guys are amazing.
Yes,
Thank you, Reggie.
My sister's partner.
Ah, your sister. So you're calling everyone out tonight, eh? Just making sure that they're all accounted for?
Huh?
You're making sure they're all accounted for?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Let us pretend that we have new fans.
Well,
she's watching from work for a flight tour.
There's a whole bunch of people in here. We've got Elysian, someone named Feet. Hey, Feet, get in here. Like, you got a pretty unique Twitch handle there. Get in here. Lara Calf, Caxips06.
They're really putting you to the test.
Yeah, there's a whole, I mean, like, come on, guys, give me a break here with the names. But you're definitely keeping people glued to their seat. And I think we lost our house cat here a second ago.
She had enough.
So you'll yeah. She'll probably walk in here in a second. But I want to send a big shout out to her, who's basically helping hold down the fort here tonight in the P6 studio sessions 11 with the Rumble Sons. So what do you guys got next?
Next is another cover. So
all right.
We like to do. Cass likes to sing the covers.
Oh, nice.
That's great. I love listening to Cass sing.
Okay. Well,
so
there you go.
this is from one of his favorite bands. Do you want you introduce Cass?
This song is called "Say It Ain't So" and it's by Weezer.
No way. This is always a favorite too.
knees. Cannon sound up and shake me to my knees. Sound up and shake me to my knees. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Need some hydration after that one.
Hydration check, everybody. Hydration check.
I think Snoop Dogg has entered the building.
If you guys are at home, make sure you have your favorite beverage up with you. And we welcome back into the studio our house cat. Welcome back, house cat. Checking it out. Resident bartender, Ailish. Ailish.
Not too bad.
How you doing in there? You doing all right?
I could maybe have another wee Coke if she's going.
A wee Coke?
If she's going, hey.
All right, if she's going. And she is going. How you guys doing for drinks over there? Everyone in the chat, how you guys doing for drinks? Put up your drinks. Put up your beers. Put up your waters, whatever you got going on.
What is everybody
tonight.
drinking? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Kalalupi, total Shakti energy. I
What
don't know what
what's
Shakti
that?
energy is, but it sounds pretty good.
What is that?
I don't know. Ailish is getting a lot of love in the chat, so it's basically...
Why is he fucking sold, right?
Not only is it because of her
Modelo,
drumming,
yeah.
but like you can see the energy on her face when she's like slamming on stuff.
Well, you couldn't because my hair was in the way of my face there at one point there now.
Ah,
So
that
you're
was
lying, Rob?
fantastic. Yes, I'm a lying
I
liar.
see right through you.
Oh, jeez. You again?
Your hair couldn't even stop rocking.
Not another one who's calling me a liar. You're not the first this hour. Let's put it that way.
My shout out to Modelo. That is one of the nicest beers I've had here since I came over here.
Oh man, you should have told me you want some Modelo.
No.
We would have loaded up the studio with that, you know?
I'm Irish. I'll drink whatever's going.
Oh,
Don't
that's
you
true.
worry.
That's true. And speaking of which, there's lots of drinks there for you guys. Just make sure you tap old kitty cat over here, and she's gonna take care of you, right, cat? Look,
Yeah.
she only
Fuck
speaks
yeah.
through sign language. You guys had a two-tune there, and
Yes.
obviously someone found it epic. The Weezer tune, and then the second tune. What was the second tune?
Cannons.
Cannons.
Yeah. they were-
Awesome.
I don't know how we decided to do it. I think we wanted to do like a roll on into another song, and
The last chord of Say It Ain't So is the first chord of
oh yeah, it was a match made in heaven. Plus that Cannons has that like
See, Zach, this is what happens when you tell me you're not going to use your mic. I turn it
Oh
off.
shit,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's all good. No, it's on.
You can dress him up, but you can take him nowhere. That's what they say in Ireland.
Perfect. Sorry. Yeah, your mic's on. It's all good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. No. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to be heard.
Yeah. No. That roll on to the other tune was great, of course, and
Yeah,
and
worked out nicely. Thank
and
you.
everyone's loving things in the chat. So, just for people who are tuning in now, mention your gig that's coming out on April 14th at
Yes,
the
Cameron
Cameron House in Toronto. That's at Queen Spadina,
Please
legendary
come
legendary venue, and that's
It's a genuine venue. that's
genuine January venue, and they're playing the back room there, which is the bigger stage, and it's gonna kick ass. And
As far as we know.
I don't know to be honest, but it's in there. It's in the Cameron House.
whatever, people are listening to this right now, and they know, they hear it, they feel
Yeah,
it.
I think
And,
we're playing the Bovine as well on the 12th of July. It's the 12th or the 14th.
oh no way!
The gigs
Yeah.
are starting to roll in, so it's like
Another-
hard to keep track. We're playing
Another legendary venue.
Yeah, we're very excited. Like we're very excited about these two venues. They're like bucket list venues, so we're happy
Yeah.
to be playing them so soon.
Next up, the Horseshoe Tavern.
Yeah.
That's been on my bucket list since.
Yeah.
The first
I got
time,
here.
the first time I ever played a stage was at the Horseshoe. Believe it or
No
not.
way.
Yeah, it was such a
So
weird.
jealous.
It was such a weird thing, and I shit my pants.
I don't
And
believe.
and I was like, I wasn't drinking for a bunch of months because sometimes I go on a break and I just
Yeah.
like, no alcohol. Let's let the liver heal a bit. It was actually after a long travel trip where it was like,
Needed a
beers every
breather.
day. Yeah, needed a breather. But that night fell within that window, and it
No
was
way.
my first time on stage. The place was packed,
Oh man.
and I'm getting on from all these like old schooler like band people, and
Stress levels.
oh man, I basically I think I had like 5 or 6 shots and a couple beers just to calm the nerves, and then I felt even.
Yeah. There's.
I might have a problem. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was really just nerves, and then like obviously I continued on.
The first time nerves are like. They're not I've ever experienced before.
Oh, wow.
I've never experienced anything
Never.
like that. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't talk or eat that day. It was horrible.
Imagine you were playing on the stage and eating your wig at the same time.
Oh man. That's why I felt pretty good then after that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, I didn't have too bad of a go.
And Kalalupi is basically not correcting me, but explaining Shakti is a powerful cosmic female energy flowing through
Fuck yeah.
Burnsy on the tub, slapping the tubs with the Shakti energy. Burnsy on the tubs, killing it. And
Shakti.
yeah, that's stage nervousness. Maybe I need some Shakti before going on stage next time. No, you know what? Stages now, like I'll jump on a stage at any time. I don't care anymore, which is so weird because like the shift happened like that. I'm like, I don't care.
It's you know what, after the first one I remember thinking to myself, I don't know how enjoyable this is going to be having to go through that kind of nerves all the time, but it gets
Yeah.
like substantially easier each time you do it.
Yeah, for sure. And then at one point, you're just like you're focused on your music. You
Yeah.
get into that zen zone.
Yeah.
You don't make mistakes. That the kind of like red light syndrome
The
doesn't
pocket.
turn on. Yeah, you get
Yeah.
that pocket.
What did you say, Cass? That Ringo Starr said he always got nervous throughout his entire career?
Oh yeah. He said that he still gets nervous when he plays. He still gets the nerves. So it just happens.
It's probably the size of the crowds they were playing.
Yeah, seriously.
I always think that's insane that they had to like stop. They wanted to stop touring because they just couldn't hear themselves over all the screaming.
Oh my god.
Well, that's also because people weren't really equipped. Like the stadiums that they played
Yeah.
at, like Shea Stadium, wasn't equipped with any kind of sound system.
It's
at
just
the
their
time.
amps and shit. Was
They actually had to put microphones up to the amps and stuff, and then it went over the PA system, so the announcement system. That's
Yeah.
the only mass. Yeah, that's the only mass speaker system they had. That was Shea Stadium at the time, and then precipitously they started building because there was a demand for rock and roll being played in these giant venues. And the only reason I know about this because I just watched a weird documentary about it. But at the end of the day, like the giant amps of the 70s, like the big Marshall stacks and stuff, those were made specifically to compensate for venues that had shit sound.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, and so when PA systems started to get better and take over and be standardized across venues, then the amps started getting smaller. Because all you had to do was mic up an amp at that point and you'd sound great. And, this studio is somewhat configured like that, where we have small, medium-sized amps on low, and then everything's kind of mic'd up and projected out in
It's great.
each room.
This
And
is a fucking wet dream of
This
a
is
studio.
this is literally like this is such a treat because you can hear ourselves like it's honestly it's
I'm
amazing.
glad. I'm
'Cause
glad.
When you're like, and you say that when you get used to the nerves and that, and then you feel pretty okay, you get up on stage, the nerves start kicking in, and then when you start kind of playing a little bit, you're like, oh shit, I can't hear myself, and now then the real nerves start kicking in, you're like, what do I sound like?
It's basically every band who rolls through here, they get super nervous right at the start, and then as soon as the first few tunes are done, they get really easy into it.
First
And then
few
by
tunes.
the end of the night, we're all just sitting here drinking until 4 a.m. typically. Not that you guys are required to do that, but we typically have a little post
My
game
boss
gossip.
is watching.
yeah.
Disclaimer.
Okay, except
I
Alish.
have a new job as well, so
Yeah, right.
Scratch it
Except
from the records.
all the people who are gainfully employed in this room right now. None of them are
Don't be
breaking
invading
curfew tonight. Welcome to everyone who's in the chat, and I see a whole bunch of people in there. And and someone, Big Mac T.O. is laughing at Zach. My name is what, and is basically saying wow to the facts that we're going through here. And yeah, we talk too much. I think I talk too much. So let's get on
enough.
some music. What do you think?
sure we might as well. We'll keep her going.
All right, let's do
This
it.
next one's,
Hey,
another-
Cass will neither confirm nor deny the drinking. He's
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. I
He's just-
neither confirm or deny.
yeah, Glomar, neither
He's down
confirm
for
nor
whatever's
deny.
going.
All right, guys, take it away.
Okay, so this next one is called "Can You Hear Me Now?" It's me to start off this time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
See me walking away, nothing to say, without a moment's delay. 'Cause I'm just trying to be free, so let me be, 'cause I don't wanna be me. I'm done wasting time trying to find what's left behind. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm something to say. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Something to say. Just be out there I need, let the night bleed until the morning can break. Now you hide away, your price isn't paid, just get out of my way. It's the power of the big. There's no guarantee, nothing on me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Something to say. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Something to say. It's just the power of the big. There's no guarantee, nothing to me. I'm done wasting time trying to find what's left behind. You just wanna be my enemy. I don't wanna waste the energy. You just wanna be my enemy. I don't wanna waste the energy. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
bless you.
We had a sneezing fit in here, causing allergic reactions, all kinds.
Vibrating the sinus.
I love it. So tell me about that tune.
Jeez, I nearly forget like writing that tune. I think that was that during the pandemic as well?
I think it was, yeah.
I think it was during it.
That was when we had the three of us.
I think so, was it?
So we didn't have Ailish at the time.
Yeah,
So the songwriting process was a lot slower.
yeah,
And I had to jump from being on the drums to being on the guitar.
yeah.
So it's like a lot of...
I structured it in the basement one night. I had like the riffs and I had a couple of parts,
Yeah.
and then I just stuck it all in a rough order and then I
God
brought it
bless
in.
Loop pedals one.
Oh, stop! Loop pedals, best invention ever.
Yeah, loop
And-
pedals, they are the savior of solo.
New
Practice.
definition to playing with yourself.
Yeah, it was actually it was one of those tunes. You know the way sometimes you play it for it and it takes a while to try and think of everything. I had like the riffs and then I actually just decided to sit down and try and think of melodies, and it all just kind of fell out then in the space of like a half hour.
Well, J-Bob out of Wisconsin loves that tune. He's giving you some fire
Thank you,
emojis
J-Bob.
there.
Thanks,
Yeah,
J-Bob.
big up J-Bob. And we were talking earlier, you were talking about a lot of pandemic energy being channeled into creative work, and that's
Yeah.
something that we're seeing across the city now. Did you felt like the pandemic was that opportunity to just hammer out and
Yeah.
focus in and dig down
It was
for
like
all you guys?
was it what do you well, I know like it was like one of those we're all thrown into like a tailspin. Nobody really knew what to do. It was kind of a shit situation, but
When normalcy is taken away from you, you're kind
Yeah.
of face to face with your life, and you have to
like
make some
fix
big
some shit like yeah.
grown-up decisions.
Yeah.
We decided to play music for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, so we were like,
There
right,
you
let's
go.
do this, and then it was probably like a good thing for us as a band, because creatively, we hadn't finished anything up until that we couldn't, and then we actually just sat down and forced ourselves. So we had the time that we needed to actually start figuring out how to write.
It was
Yeah.
freaking therapeutic at the same time. Yeah.
And that you guys are a microcosm of what's happening in the city, like what's happening around us citywide. Because at the end of the day, the city is exploding with creative energy, and a lot of that is no doubt due to the the downstream effects of
Yeah.
having basically a bunch of isolated time that you get to hang out with yourself, and you guys, are a perfect
Everyone's
example
sick.
of that.
Everyone's sick of looking at screens,
Yeah,
and
I
they're,
want to get back
they're,
out now.
they're taking up hobbies.
Hence why
They're-
we
they're
do a
reading
we
books
do
and
a
everything. That's
Yeah.
fucking-
Hence why we do a concert
Not me.
show where you just got to stare at your screen and not be there in person. But at the end of the day, we're trying to showcase really, really good bands, and you guys definitely fit that bill.
Do you know,
Yeah.
for me, it was like I pretended that we were professional musicians because we were getting served. So I was like, we're getting paid to write music. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, whatever motivates you. And you guys are lucky enough to have a rehearsal space where you can hash that out loud and without kind of interruption. And like a lot of people around the city don't have that luxury, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad, because like the rehearsal spaces around the city. Sorry, I'm just fixing my hair because it's all like matted from the headphones. But a lot of bands around the city don't have that luxury, and
They're scarce now.
they're
you know?
dwindling. It's
Yeah.
so crazy, and no doubt in part because of like the whole real estate boom that's happening in the
Yeah.
city. It's
There's-
driving out renters. It's driving out artists and creative types.
The rehearsal factories, like they closed down 2 locations. Like they
Yeah.
were awesome, but there's some like church thing buying over their like location.
Yeah, there's a bunch of articles about
Yeah.
that, and the thing is that is the trend. It's not the exception, and that's why I partially why I think like spaces like P6, and there's a bunch of spaces actually in this area that are trying to emerge and create dedicated creative spaces. We have
Yeah.
OBJX down the street. We have the Last Planet guys over in the Junction, and then there's a new venue opening up just up the street from here. It's gonna be a giant warehouse venue dedicated to creative endeavors, and I think there is a bit of pushback, and a lot of the creative energy that happened over the pandemic doesn't. It's not necessarily exclusive to bands and individual artists. It's also it's also happening with people who are promoting the arts, and I hope this city starts wising up that, what happened in Manhattan, where everything interesting about it was gutted, and it's now just a bunch of finance bros
Yeah.
wandering the streets. It used to be a basically an epicenter of cultural energy in the 80s, and then by the 90s and late 2000s, it turned into just a place that you kind of drive through and avoid and
Really?
wow at the
Jeez.
marveling. Yeah, it was
So sad to see stuff like that happen.
absolutely sad, and we started seeing that in this city, and it's just it's accelerating, which is kind of sad. Big shouts going out to Johnny Guns, who's just tuned in with us
Yes,
tonight. He's a
Johnny
regular
Guns.
viewer.
Show us the
And
guns.
Take it to the gun show.
my name is What Says you guys are going places. Yes, absolutely
Thank you.
they are. And
love.
so I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name anymore because I keep forgetting. But Chica. I'm
How
just
do
gonna
you-
call it Chick.
It's Key Lucetta.
Key
Lucetta.
Lucetta. Sorry, Key.
Key Lucetta. Okay, so
It's a
Key Lucetta wants to open a rehearsal space. So there you go. You guys
There
got
must
some.
be one rich person in Toronto that likes live music
Yeah. Just
I
one.
want to
That's all we
cure-
need is one.
and wants to curate this thing.
Just for us. Just open up
Yeah,
a rehearsal
please,
space for us, please.
Yeah, yeah. Please, sir, do you have some more?
We're one of the lucky ones that actually does have a rehearsal room
Yeah.
and rehearsal factory. The one in Gary isn't shutting down. Thank God. It's just like switching ownership.
Yeah.
So luckily we're not affected by it. But we were looking around because we heard of all of it, and it's impossible. There's just nothing out there.
Yeah, I think the thing is you gotta almost get creative. Like the way we found this space here is that I didn't look in rehearsal spaces.
Yeah.
I looked in places where that had a big enough space that we could do loud things late.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even pitched as a rehearsal space, like or listed as that. It was just like a room in a building that we could kind of build out and build to our spec. And that's kind of like I think what you got to start doing now.
It's amazing, by the way, this place.
Oh, thanks, man. I
So
really
cool.
appreciate it. We put a lot of energy into it, and you guys are welcome here anytime to do the things, all the things. I mean,
More
we
than
do
happy to
all
come back
the things
whenever.
here. If you in a pinch need a rehearsal space or something like that, we're always
been
available to open the doors.
Dream rehearsal space. this week.
Yeah, and then you can record your sessions as well in real time. And anyone out there who's watching, you can get in contact with us for that too, because we're here to support the arts at the end of the day, and we're trying to do our part. And yes, Calalupi, they are so very talented, and we're gonna get
Thank you,
more of an
Calalupi. example
example of that with this next tune. Oh yeah, you got to tune up first.
I just remembered. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
break there.
Well, that's the only issue with like the Epiphones and the Gibsons. They could go out of tune so
Yeah,
fast.
They're
So
definitely
fast.
like, and
So
especially
fast.
when you're hitting them hard, you have to really keep checking.
Absolutely, but you guys are nailing it tonight. So let's get on to that next tune. What do
Alright.
you think?
This next one is another popular one of ours. It's called Remedy.
Remedy, here we go.
Kick it, Zach. Or Cass. Like I'm two in a bubble, I didn't know. And I could sense there was trouble. I need to go. I walk against the grain, the one that's grow. You try and hide the pain, and I let it go. But now it's time for me to land on my own two feet. I got these dreams, I know there's nothing that I can be. This life that they've been selling from a magazine, yeah. I ain't buying, I prefer to leave a legacy, yeah. I'm just afraid I'll fall now. I won't. I need to stand up tall now. I know. Time for me to let you see. Just shut your mouth, let your mind be free. I've been looking for a remedy. I'll be losing my mind. I said, answers be right in front of me. There's no fucking time. Just kick out the enemy from out of your life. All you need is good sensation. Good sensation, yeah.
said to mommy, yeah, I've been looking for a remedy. I'll be losing my mind. I said, answers being right in front of me this whole fucking time. Just kick out the enemy from out of your life. All you need is good sensation, sweet sensation. I've been looking for a remedy. I've been losing my mind. I said, answers being right in front of me this whole fucking time. Just kick out the enemy from out of your life. All you need is good sensation, sweet sensation.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Damn.
Wow. Yes, that is the tune right there. Big Mac T.O. is basically saying it's going to make you famous, and I don't
I hope
disagree.
you're right.
Don't disagree whatsoever. And Calalupi basically says tune. J-Bob is going nuts over this one. J-Bob out of Wisconsin, of course.
Yes, Jeb.
Thank you,
Show
J-Bob.
regular, giving us all the love, giving you guys all the love, of course.
Sending the love to J-Bob.
So I need to figure out how you guys get into music. So this is just a standard question I typically ask of everyone who comes in because I'm always curious because in my family, I'm the only one who has any kind of musical ability or inclination, and I started that at a young age, and I have no idea where it came from. Welcome, Beach Wave, yeah, coming in hot. I see a ton of lurkers in there, so if you guys are in watching the show, get in the chat, talk to us. But so typically, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But typically, our house cat over there is laughing at us. Thanks, Cat, for hanging out with us tonight. Our resident bartender and show lubricant here. This is great, making everything run smooth. But there we go. We're doing all the things. So all the going back to the original question, the music. How did it come into your soul? To put it mildly, how did you guys get into instruments? Like, how did you get Ben? How did you get into guitar? Zach, guitar, Cass bass.
Well, for me, my initial love for music was singing when I was younger, but like I never thought about singing or doing singing. I was just fascinated by how like singers could do cool shit with their voice and make it wobble and do all that kind of thing.
Auto tune.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But my dad was actually he's like a savage musician. He can play multiple instruments, and he can play them all really well. It's very annoying. But
Did
so
you
I was
grow
always
up?
kind of around it? Yeah, I used to like when I was going to bed at night. He would come in and he would turn on like Tracy Chapman or like Crowded
Nice.
House when I was like. So I'd fall asleep listening to this stuff all the time. And then the guitar I picked up when I was like 18 because I was in college and I thought it'd be a good way to pick up girls. To be honest.
Yeah,
But,
and did it
yeah.
work?
No, not really. But I really got into guitar. At least I got into guitar because of it.
Hashtag truth right there. Straight up. No fake news here. But yeah, no, it's not a bad way. It's not a bad thing to get into your repertoire, but it also helps growing up around it. Zach, you grew up around it?
Yeah, my dad plays guitar.
Nice.
And then his sisters, he has 4 sisters. They all play like Irish traditional instruments.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any interest in that myself, but they're like a musical family. But he gave me like a half-size guitar with nylon strings when I was
Oh, they're like the little Spanish looking
Yeah.
thing.
when I was 10, and I used to walk with it sticking out of my school bag.
Oh yeah, just to look super cool. It's like a
Desperado
flagpole.
walking down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, for guitar lessons, and then I didn't play guitar for about
Wait a second. You walked with it and didn't play guitar?
No, I did lessons and I played for a little bit.
You put it on the shelf for a
and
little
then I
while.
played drums for about 10
Ah,
years.
nice.
When we started this, Zach was actually going to be the drummer, and I wasn't going to play the guitar because I only really started playing the guitar like properly in the last 3 or 4 years. I used to just like fiddle around with it like, and then we were like, oh, we better take this serious.
Yeah.
Pandemic glow up over here.
Yeah, thank
Cats,
you.
how'd you get into your craft?
I don't know. I used to listen to, like, when I was a kid, I really wanted to be like Michael Jackson and Alvin and the Chipmunks. So that's kind of how I started, them two.
And of course, with those
such a cool origin.
It's a weird start.
It's way cooler than ours.
with their high voices, you naturally went to the bass.
Yeah, no, I started playing drums first.
Ah, okay.
But that wasn't for a while because I was dancing when I was young, so I was doing that.
Oh, nice.
And
You're
then-
not doing any backup dancing tonight?
No.
No hype man in
You gotta
here?
break out the splits the next time we're showing up.
And then when like
The
7
moonwalk.
years ago, when I was 13, I started getting lessons.
Nice. So let's be real here. Like, drums are the funnest and coolest to play. Eilish.
Agreed.
Am I saying that right still or what?
Agreed.
Yeah, you're fine, Rob.
Yeah? All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. But they are the coolest thing and the funnest thing to play. How'd you get into it?
So my daddy was like a drummer, and that's what he did. He was really good, one of the best drummers I've ever seen. Not being biased. My family's really musical. Like me and my sisters. Like my sister watching this, she's like an amazing pianist. Like we all sing. And then drums for me, they just clicked. Like I remember, my daddy didn't want me to learn because he always said it's not a girl instrument. So I kind of took that as okay. Well, I'll
Wow.
fucking show you.
We'll see about that.
So my uncle, he's a drummer in a Led Zeppelin cover band back home. So he used to have like drums in a shed at my granny's. So whenever we go see my granny, I'd like sneak out to the drums. And I remember like sitting on them for the first time and just like playing. And I was like, oh, like this is.
It comes.
what it is. Like, I
It
can
came
do
naturally to
this.
you.
Yeah, it honestly
Amazing.
it was like a magical moment, and I was like, that's it. Like that was me forever. Like just taking with them. Like,
Game over.
Wow.
Game over.
And you can see how that translates to today. Like the drums almost look like an extension of your whole like physical presence because
She's a beast.
you get in. Oh man, like I love that energy. Like that is so cool because a lot of drummers they try to hold back because they try to conserve energy. They don't want to get weird tendonitis or whatever their concerns are. But you're
I have
just
to
like
burn those calories, Rob.
you give her, man. You give her.
It's just like fuck tendonitis.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I am already on. Like that's already in the process. So might as well go out while I can. Like with the bang.
It's
Go out with
okay.
a bang.
Go out swinging.
All the lawsuits
Exactly.
coming in here. It's like personal injury lawyers going to be knocking at my door for all the hearing loss going on in this studio tonight.
This is actually great. Normally in our rehearsal rooms, I walk out and all I can hear is
Right.
like, right now I'm like really good.
Well, in this room, it's pretty quiet. In the loud room, it's appropriately named as loud, right?
I'm kind of intrigued to see what it sounds like because I haven't heard it yet.
Okay, well, once this show is done, you'll get in there and you'll hear it. Trust me, it's not a lot of fun
Goodbye air drums.
unless you're having a lot of fun in there. Yeah. If you guys are tuned in right now, I see a lot of you guys in there. Big Mac Teo says you're born to hit 'em. Of course, bring the tap shoes back out. That's for Cass, I'm sure.
Yup.
Right? Cass, you were a tap dancer
Yeah, it was.
for real? Like,
Were
can
you?
Can you do a
This
little?
is news to us as well.
Can you do a little thing like with your toes right now? With a giant bass on you? Oh no way! Yeah,
Thank
baby.
you.
Now I gotta get like a
We
wooden
just-
board on the
We
bottom.
just got
there,
a
eh?
good idea for our next music video.
There you go. Bass playing tap dancer. There you go.
We'll just like film us all from the waist up, pretend we're tap dancing, and then we'll just multiply your feet for the lower shot.
That's why he has perfect timing.
Right?
Yeah.
So we have Academy Impossibles in watching right now. Apple Pie Chart is in there. A10. Of course, we have Big Mac TL. Blah blah blah. CDAL Campo. A lot of C people here tonight.
Oh,
There's a lot of
interesting names.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch in here. I'm not even gonna go through them all because they're sitting there watching. They're not getting to chat, but get in the chat. Have some drinks with us. And Johnny Guns, I'm sure you're lubing up right now, getting it done, getting it done. Johnny Guns, figuring out Johnny Guns is like a show regular as well. He rolls into the studio every once in a while. So I
And the
want
Johnny Guns.
to appreciate the Johnny Guns here. And of course, this is the P6 Live Studio Sessions 11 with the Rumble Sons. And I'm going to post their particulars in here while they're getting ready for the next tune. What do you got going on here?
This is our last one.
It's your last tune. Well,
Unfortunately.
you're almost at time too, so
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Let
It's
me
like we planned it.
yeah, just like you planned it, right? And so before you play your last tune, this is probably a good time to mention that you guys have a show at the Cameron House on the 15th.
14th.
Oh, sorry, the 14th of April, and the Cameron House, of course, is a legendary venue in
So
Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and at Queen Spadina. So make sure you pop that one in your calendar right now after the show's done. And also, I'm popping the link in the chat so that you can follow these fine folks wherever they go. They're also, and we were having a chat earlier tonight, they're also going to be frequenting the open mics a lot more, hopefully. And hopefully see you guys maybe Sunday, because Sunday we're doing P6 Live returns to Supermarket in Kensington Market
I could see us there.
on Sunday night for their open mics. And
We need redemption.
yeah, well, it'll be fantastic, trust me. And I'm confident you guys can nail it, especially
wigs
since
this
you
time.
guys are so goddamn tight right now, like
Fucking wigs, man.
so
Thank you,
good,
sir.
like
Thank you.
straight up. I'm not
Really
lying.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no guff on that one. So let's do the last tune. Oh, Days of Ahmed finally showing his face. Ahmed, what's up, buddy?
Better late than never.
Yeah, better late than never, but he's coming in right at the last tune. So love
Good
you,
times,
Ahmed,
good time.
and I think we'll see Ahmed Sunday as well.
What's
He's
this
also a
full lube
performer.
business?
Johnny's lubricating up right now. He's got the full lube going, right? He's zero friction, Johnny. Yeah, slip it in
Just slip
gentle.
into the next song there.
Yeah, slip into the next song real gentle, like.
This song is also fittingly called "Finish What We Started."
All right, perfect. Perfect tune to end off the night. Take it away, everyone.
You all ready?
So I am feeling violent. It's time that we finish what we started. I'm just trying to be somebody. I give it all 'cause I need your body. But I know, yeah, I know. And I know, yeah, I know. It's hard to be slowly forgotten. Things hard when we all started from the bottom. I'm just trying to be somebody. I give it all 'cause I need my body. And I know, yeah, I know. And I know, yeah, I know. 'Cause I'm sure I won't be lost again. It's hard to know who's gonna be there in the end. I got
Finish what you started,
Right.
and you guys finished off on a fucking amazing tip. I want to thank you so much for coming into the studio tonight. It's been
Thanks so much for having us.
absolute joy. You guys are
been a pleasure,
amazing. We have Ben, Zach, Cass, and Eilish. Did I get it right? Yes, Eilish.
Best for the last.
I finally got it right. The pronunciation after the whole night. You guys can catch these guys at Cameron House on the 14th of April, coming up soon. Make sure to follow them through all the socials. It's Rumble Sons. You
Please
can
do.
find them everywhere. Check out their YouTube channel. Check out their Instagram. Do
We
all
even-
the things.
We did a podcast as well. We started that as well.
And a
I forgot about
podcast.
that.
And you guys said episode 2 is going to be dropping soon
Yes.
of that. That's awesome.
Talking about Weezer.
I want to thank everyone who has come into the chat. There's still a whole chunk of viewers left. I'm not going to raid you to someone else right now. I'm going to keep you all for myself. But I want to challenge each and every one of you who are in the chat to make sure you follow the channel because we got lots more shows coming up. On Sunday, we go live from Supermarket. That is a live open mic here on the channel, and that's going to happen Sunday. On Tuesday, we go live from Silverthorne Studios. We're doing a live album record with Taylor Abraham. And on Thursday, we have Ashante coming in, who is a fabulous, fabulous artist that that's coming in for the studio sessions. Number 12 here each and every week in the P6 Live Media Studio. I thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank the Rumble Sons for being the most amazing, loudest thing that we've had in here so far.
Thanks so
You
much for
guys
having us.
are killer, and I can't wait to see you rise to stardom. And to everyone who's tuned in, thank you so much. Again, thanks to Kat for being the house cat tonight.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
Thank you,
Kat
Kat.
for that.
Thank you.
Kat
Thank you
is
very
the
much.
best, and she.
And thank you to Rob.
Yeah,
Putting
thank
on
you.
a great
Thanks,
show.
Rob.
Thanks,
Let's
thanks
Host-
everyone.
Hostess with the mostest.
You're a legend, Rob.
Thank you so much. You guys are great liars. Okay,
I thought
thanks.
she was going to call you Rab there for a second.
Rab.
just
Rabby Burns Day, right? Like, is that how that goes? I don't even know. Yeah. North American Jackass here. It's signing out. All right. Love you all. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.